Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
Who doesn't love animals? Petting an animal has various benefits. They keep you entertained with their amazing feats and keep your mental health intact. In this video, we will show you the cutest animals that will melt your heart, and you'd want to pet them. Number 1 is so cute. You might want to go out and get yourself the animal after watching it. So let's get into it. Number 10. Polar bears. Every year around the peak winter months, a new batch of polar bears is welcomed into the Arctic. It is very exciting and cheerful time for the polar bear families, because they usually come in pairs, and sometimes they even are lucky enough to welcome 3 of these cute babies at the same time. The mother usually gives birth every 3 years, but in some areas, these bears might give birth every 2 years. When the babies are delivered, they usually stay close to their mother until spring, towards the end of March and the start of April. Their favorite activities during this time are nursing and cuddling with their mothers, because their fur is not developed enough to bear the cold. Another interesting thing about these cubs is that they are born with their eyes closed, which makes them quite inactive in their first stages of their life. They end up opening them at the end of their first month. They're about 30 centimeters long and weighing about 680 grams. As we have said, you might want them to be your pet, but we really wouldn't suggest you do that because polar bears are extremely territorial. Number 9. Hippos. Hippos are massive animals, but have you ever seen their babies? They are so small and so little compared to their adult counterparts. A baby pygmy hippo inhabiting West Africa is only a little more than the newborn human babies, and still, hippos spend just 8 months inside their mother's womb, which is even less than human babies. Just like all other mammals, hippos also need their mothers for nursing. But the interesting thing is that they learn to do it underwater, who also spend 16 hours underwater so that their babies can learn the skills of keeping their eyes and nostrils closed underwater while they get their food from their mother. Interestingly enough, they don't swim, rather they just somehow remain afloat. Mama hippos are also known to be very protective, especially from their adult male species. It is seen that adult male hippos sometimes attack the babies, for many different reasons. We wouldn't go near the details of these reasons here, but we'll leave them to their nature. It is indeed crazy. Number 8. Cheetahs. The cheetah is not only the fastest animal on land, but is also a very intimidating creature. However, their babies are just the opposite. They are so little and adorable that you would just want to hold them and pet them, far from their mother's sight, of course. They weigh less than a can of soda, and those babies are defenseless and dependent on their mums. They are born in a pack of 3 and sometimes even 5 cubs are born at the same time. Although the adult cheetahs are popular for their spotted, polka dot fur, the cubs are darker and have ash grey fur, which makes them safe and camouflage them from any danger out there. But more importantly, then they are camouflaged in their protective mums who stay by their side to protect them from any predators that might want to attack them. By the time that these cubs are 5 months old, you can expect them to start wrestling each other and playing rough. Mind you, it's just a little preview of what the rest of their life might look like, so you better enjoy their cuteness while it lasts. Number 7. The orangutan. Orangutans are popular for being cuddly and caring, but holding them could be a little scary when they grow older, but they would still be happy to pose as they take pictures with you, as long as you don't threaten them. But have you ever seen their babies? While holding an orangutan could be a very heartwarming experience. Just wait until you see their little ones. Their small cute faces are all wrinkled and their little adorable hands and feet are probably the thinnest you'll ever see. And you would be more than happy and overwhelmed to give them a warm hug. The little orangutans require a lot of help from their mothers, as they don't have the developed muscles when they are born, but that changes as soon as they start climbing trees. They weigh only 1 or 2 pounds when they are born, but their weight starts increasing gradually and reaches up to 25 pounds at the age of 7 years. Also about that age is when they start becoming more independent. Before that, they just learn to survive under their mother's supervision. In the Malaysian and Indonesian languages, the word orangutan means a person of the forest, And that fits quite well with these little animals, as their DNA is almost 97% similar to that of human DNA. Number 6. Penguins. Clumsy and fluffy, these are some of the cutest babies you'll ever come across. The fairy penguin, the smallest of them all, comes to the world with only 35 grams of weight and almost the size of the chicks you see at farms. But there are also a kind of penguins called the emperor, which can weigh up to 315 grams at birth. And that's the one you might remember from the movie Happy Feet. Did that movie make you think that baby penguins are adorable? Wait till you see the real-life ones. They are far cuter and even clumsier. Most penguins lay 2 eggs at a time, while the king and emperor penguins lay just 1. Living in such cold climates, baby penguins tend to stick to each other, providing the heat to each other and having a few adult penguins supervising them just to make sure they are safe. Number 5. Tigers. Here is another animal that will scare you for your life once it reaches adulthood, but makes you want to cuddle and hold it tightly as a baby. We're talking about tigers, of course. They are born and raised in secluded and safe spaces their mother chooses for them. They are born blind, weighing only a kilo, which makes them highly dependent on their mothers to teach them survival techniques in this world. As soon as they are born, their mothers bathe them with their tongue, and when they are clean, they become ready for their first meal. Early life is challenging for them, as they can't see, and they need to find a way for nursing, and sometimes this process can take hours. Mother tigers usually give birth to 7 tigers in one go, and once they start eating, mum has to go out for food for them all the time. And sometimes the resources are not enough. Mind you, that all changes once the tigers reach the age of 1.5 years, which is when they start venturing out and hunting on their own. Number 4. Brown bears. Just like the polar bears, brown bears are also born in the first couple of months of the year, in the winter seasons, which is quite interesting because this is the time when they are supposed to be hibernating. Compared to other large palatial mammals such as elephants and whales, their newborns are quite small in size. A newborn cub weighs about half a kilo, which is almost 400th of the weight of the adult bear. If you ever come across bears in the wild, you can well imagine how dangerous and intimidating they are, which is exactly the opposite of how they are when they are young, being all cute, cuddly, and vulnerable, just like all other baby animals on the list, and similarly, they are blind too. Since they are born in the hibernating seasons, their mothers provide them with fatty milk with a little number of other nutrients. After all, the mother doesn't have the adequate resources to provide them with any other food, so she manages the nutrients in a way that benefits both herself and the offspring as well. You're very less likely to observe a newborn cub in the wild, and by the time they're out of their den, they're already a couple of months old and are equally cute and adorable, but probably deadly. Number 3. Foxes. Foxes are known to be very solitary and sneaky kind of animals, but one thing is for sure, they're very good and nurturing parents, and they can also make very cute babies. These cubs are born in litters consisting of 1 to 11 foxes, and they remind you of other small animals such as dogs, because foxes and dogs are related. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked. These cute babies stay with their mums while their fathers go out and hunt for food for them. But these little ones are very naughty and mischievous. For example, once in England, one of these cubs got stuck in a wire trap. The parents tried everything to set it free, but couldn't do so. But the mother made sure that she brought food to her little child every day to keep her cub healthy in such an unfortunate circumstance. After the description of such a cute, loving family, we would need to tell you that the foxes grew up fast and leave their parents as soon as they reach the age of 7 months. That's pretty fast. Number 2. Pandas. Pandas are giant but cute and cuddly. But have you seen their little ones? They are so small and only weigh about 3 ounces. That's almost the size of a little kitten. While the adult pandas have very few to no predators in the wild, the little ones are very vulnerable. Snow leopards, eagles, and even the Asian black bear are known to be among the few that prey upon baby pandas. You might be knowing what pandas' favorite food is. It is none other than bamboo. Pandas love bamboo and they start eating it at the age of 6 months. Two of the most popular pandas are these twins, which were born in a zoo in Berlin back in August 2019. You can imagine the excitement of the zoo visitors when they were ready for their first day out. These pandas stay for 4 years with their parents until they become independent, after which they would be relocated to China, which is where the pandas come from. Number 1. Red pandas. What's even cuter than a panda? A baby red panda, of course. These little ones, like most often others on the list, have their eyes and ears sealed when they are born. Red pandas are usually born in a pack of 4 and are usually born around the spring and summer seasons. They're known to stay with their mothers for the first 90 days of their life and start exploring and venturing the world after that. They are fully matured at the age of 1.5 years, but stay relatively small, so no matter what age of a red panda is, they would still want to cuddle and pet a red panda. Which of the above animals was your favorite? Tell us in the comments section and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one!